past life healing in this life, okay? They all run at the same time. We are healing. So when we have not healed from energies, when we have not healed from aspects of ourself, of our many spirits, which we are, okay, as one soul, fragmented piece, as we bring back all our pieces and become the whole, right? Our whole self, thine self, source self. We will be playing this out with everything, every being that we interact with. And unfortunately, many of us have been either giving it out or receiving dark practices. Okay, when I say dark practices, I mean practices which violate the laws of nature, the laws of mankind, okay, the law of the galaxy, the cosmic law, universal law, okay. And this is also known as the law of our mind. So when we govern by natural law, we come into our own frequency, we come into our own stronghold, we come into our own channels, right? And we can choose where we stream and from and receive, and we can learn how to protect ourselves. We learn how to build ourselves up, renew our structure. We crumble anything inside us that is not serving, that is false, or that was needed of healing, right? Healing is a beautiful thing. Is it tough? Yeah, of course it is, because we have to crack open, we have to illuminate, and unless our cells get shook up, our truth, and we really face our truth, that won't happen. But we're comforted by the love we feel, the love we receive by our spiritual force, our team, and this can often also reflect around us, right? But what happens when there's so many of these little ties that need fixing or releasing, should I say, healing, loving, releasing, sending back to source, sending on their merry way, right? Return to sender. That this, every single being we meet can literally, this entity will just hop, okay? And there's many more than one entities doing this in one vessel. People and those that we love and that we give our heart to and everything to, and they're still affected, you will know this because it will come over very narcissistic, it will come over random, it will come over completely unperceived of why, where have they got this from, why is this happening, I don't understand. But you will understand if you understand, and you will see, and you will be shown the links of lifetimes, you will be shown the links of dimension, you will be shown where it's relevant for your soul, your spirit, okay, your whole self. And it's all about energy. Our energy is everything. Everything we do is energy, and our belief is what converts that energy into what we wish that energy to be. So just because we have received a shitty energy, it doesn't mean that energy then has to be shitty projected outwards. Okay, and even going through us, we can feel it, yeah, but we can get through it very fast because we rise over it. As we're going through it, we rise upwards, okay? And then we soar over any of that, and it doesn't affect us again as long as we maintain ourselves and we're truthful and communicate with ourselves. So my partner has this problem, and he has a specific problem with an ex of mine who we were never ever together properly. Well, apart from the once where I was like, okay, I will, but you're not going to be able to. I'm happy to try. But being true to ourselves, that didn't work out for us. And that was fine. So they have got a past life entanglement. And this has been also provoked and held on to and strung around by many third parties, many covens, practitioners, societies of greed, of fear, of power, hungry, manipulation, of authority over others. This is not what we are by nature, okay? These are not real people. Please accept that. And the ones that are have a lot of healing to do, and it's difficult to come down through that and back up. And anyone who has that will and has done that will know and understand, and they will have appreciation for these sort of beings that, or spiritual beings that are doing this. And no matter how hard it is, or no matter what they've done, if someone's willing to change, that is the change, okay? And the will and intent and authenticity. and the embrace. And it is, do not entertain what we do not allow for ourselves. Okay, no drama, no conflict, no battle, just peace and excitement of life and love and appreciation and value and the truth, which is so many brilliant things. And you know, and it's like, for me, I am, if you're looking at linear earth years, you would say I am a 40-year-old woman with 3 children, a partner who is either the complete spiritual being that I love, or is actually, they're not, they've allowed something else in their vessel again. Okay, and there's something that hasn't completely gone. He thinks it has, or he pretends it has, but it hasn't, and I know this. There's so many things that, you know, that we can perceive as unseen that are really very loud, right? Don't ignore those things. Don't ignore your gut stirs and your feelings in yourselves. Don't ignore your energy centers of what you're being told by your spirits and your soul, your higher self, and the ones that are higher selves around us that love us and are here. And this doesn't mean these aren't warriors who can pull a body apart as quick as you say, catch you know, because the what was perceived as the wrong thing done for the right reasons of love, of protection, of honor, of protection of what people call evil. And you don't get a choice in that moment, you have to choose. We're all capable of these things. It doesn't mean that it's bad, okay? It doesn't mean every atonement needs that horrible guilt of shame and anger and injustice, okay, of ourselves when we've been fighting for our life and when we're protecting those innocent around us whose lives were being threatened in that moment, right? There's so many of these instances. And just because someone is perceiving to be good and they're doing all the right things, a paedophile, they'll go and give a child sweets, right? I know this because I was affected largely by paedophiles in my life, okay? And this is just one of the things. They make you think they're your friend and whatever else. But they do very bad things. Like all these charities, all these organizations, they do very bad things, okay? That is not in the law of one, that dominates over free will, uses slavery, abuse, murder, torture, paedophilia, awful things. Things that make us feel sick and churn our heart up because we know that's not justice and we fight for what's right. I know you, because I'm just like you. Anyway, these attachments people have. I was talking to you about my current partner and someone that I was a lover with. They have a past life of unhealed love. And a love that wasn't allowed back then, or at that point, that dimension, okay? And it's begrudged. It is still begrudged now. It is not healed. And it's also causing conflict in other spirits of this one aspect, which is daft. When I say I love you, I want only you, I am committed to myself and honor myself. I value myself. I love myself. I will not sabotage myself. I will not sacrifice myself. And I do anything like that because I value my beliefs about life too much, okay, and what love actually is. And I have no problem in walking away from anyone in my life when I know my boundaries are so crushed under and are being abused. My energy is special. Our energy is special. No one gets to fucking vampire off me and not get the fact that they have when it wasn't allowed in any way, shape, or form. And we're all, this is our will, unless you want that in your life, which I think many people just dream to be free of that, to be fair. But you can be free of that, all of that, and allowing anything to affect you. Okay? Just be your own core crystal pillar. Be your light. Be your life. Be your sunshine. Be your love, your biggest love, your biggest appreciation, because you got you to where you are now. And however that's happened, it's taught you things, right? And it teaches us what we don't want. It teaches us what we want to question, what we do believe, what we don't believe, what we would like to experience, to know, to see, to feel, to have that joy. So many things that is there for us to have joy, okay? But that really has to start inside, because money doesn't buy it. Money doesn't buy happiness, peace, equity, or anything within the self. It doesn't buy respect. It can buy fear. But what's fear? Lack, severe self lack. And that is where I'm going to end today. I keep swaying. I've been swaying for quite a few weeks now, and it's because my baby obviously likes me swaying inside me, which is a joyful early surprise for me. I did think it was going to be a little while long, not yet, but universe loves to deliver us gifts that take us aback and go, wow, I really am ready for this. Oh my goodness. And this baby is divinely timed and allowed, as all of mine have been. It's amazing to be a mother. It's the most incredible experience ever. And being a goddess of creation, this is how I feel about life. Full stop. Everything of life.